Don't really think there was many big challenges after all my surgeries. I think just the big part was mentally realizing that I was done and it's time to move on and go towards the next step, which is just being my normal self. Growing up, I was always very athletic, was always playing sports, hanging out with my siblings, doing all that good stuff, and just gaining my mobility back was the biggest thing that I wanted to work on. Um, and of course, just getting back into the swing of things, doing normal daily life activities, not being wheelchair bound or crutches bound, not weight bearing, all the good stuff. But I wouldn't really say I had many challenges other than just being myself and getting back to my normal state. Um, how often, how long did I receive physical therapy after distraction? Um, I was in there twice a day. I went before school and then I'd go after school as well. Hour sessions each time. The morning one was always more focusing on just flexibility and mobility. And then the later session after school, after I was more warmed up, not just woken up right out of bed, was more strengthening and stuff like that. I really was blessed. I had two really good physical therapists that I worked with. One of them focused more on just the strengthening side of things, and then the other one focused more on stretching and getting me back more into the sports. I love sports. It's what I grew up on doing. Even with my upper extremities on, I was playing sports. Probably shouldn't have, but that was just me. I was a competitor. I love doing anything active. Um, my complications that required additional surgeries. My second surgery was really, really tough. I had 3 or 4 times my pins in my left femur were infected. Just felt like at least once a month, every 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I was in the operating room getting a new pin put in. My IT bands got really tight on me, so they had to be released as well. Same with my hip flexors, it was both done at the same time. That was very difficult. I'd definitely say that part of me being in and out of the operating room a lot was hard for me. As a 13-year-old, I didn't really know any better at the time. I was still very immature, didn't really grow up yet, and continuously seeing the same nurse anesthetists and all the same doctors over and over again. It was just mentally very challenging and kind of like halted my process. Didn't make it as smooth as I wish it was. Um, After, what activities do you find to be the most helpful for you regarding your activity, your function? Um, I just say playing sports, being active. I never was someone that sat in front of a TV and played video games a lot. Um, I love CrossFit. It's my sport. I'm a professional athlete, almost in a sense. I'm the second fittest in the world for my division. And I couldn't thank my physical therapist, honestly, enough for introducing me first off, and then kind of guiding me along the first almost year, I'd say, and being like the athlete that I am now in the sport. Physical therapist back home happened to podium 5 times as a team athlete in the CrossFit Games. Has a lot of experience. It was just something we always talked about with sports, CrossFit, and now I do it for basically a living. I mean, I'm there every day, at least once a day, before competitions, twice a day, getting sponsorships now and all that kind of good stuff. So it's really exciting, and I'm just happy it's something that the limb lengthening process has been allowed me to do. Before, I probably still would have done it, but it wouldn't have been as significant. Overcoming all these different surgeries, 22 surgeries I had, all these 22 or so surgeries that I had, and now standing here at second on the podium and all these people in the world knowing like I did it, I accomplished a lot through the limb lengthening process with Dr. Paley.